All right, we'll try again. Somehow, fiber optic decided to be a poor connection somehow. Don't know how, but we'll start again. This is live, filmed live. So it's hashtag health, wealth, life, day 37. Day 37. It's the Monday the 6th of February. And wow, what a year so far. I've had a crazy mental day, lots of meetings, and hopefully all productive. But what a mental year. It's been absolutely crazy. And this all happened in January. Let me give you a recap of what happened just in January. Lauren, good to see you. Hope you are well. So, bearing in mind, we've only just hit February. We're 6 days in. So all this stuff happened in January. And I just wanted to recap January and what I've done about it, basically. Because I shared the journey so far. Hopefully you caught yesterday, which was about having a year of consistency of goals, and you see that I'd written all my goals for an entire year, 365 days. I wrote them on a post-it note every day, and that's one of my rituals. We'll go through rituals and set that up at a later date, but we're building them at the moment. I'm giving you them in segments right now, and we'll collapse them together, and then we can stack what works, stack success activities, and then we really start to get the results. Anyway, recapping January, check this out. This is ridiculous, in my opinion. Maybe you agree with me. Maybe you've had even more crazy year than me. Let me know if you have. So this year, this happened in January, right? So my mum, you may know the story about my mum. She's had cancer 3 times. It was about the 5-year mark. Towards the end of last year, she got the all clear, which is good because once you get 5 years clear of having any when the cancer starts to build and grow again. I can't think of the word right now. If you could think of it, pop it in the box below in the comment box. Once you get 5 years, the odds of the cancer coming back reduce considerably. So they pass you off, they sign you off. So my mum had breast cancer twice. My mum had a brain tumor. She had a part of her skull removed and a metal plate put in there. She has to take. Yes, she does have to take a doctor's note to the airport because she sets off all the metal detectors. Then she had another scare around Christmas. So they found a lump and did all the tests. Long story short, Sarah, how are you? Hope you had a great day. Long story short, that was all passed clear. Amazing. Alongside that, exactly the same time, this all happened right at the beginning of the year. My partner's mum had a scare. Jackie, good to see you. We need to catch up. My partner's mum had a scare, and long story short, again, won't go into details. We were ridiculously worried. It looked terrible, but that's all been downgraded and can be treated and all amazing. But that happened all around the same time. Now, at the same time as all that was going on, one of my best friends, James, we've known each other since we were 18 years old, so that is now 20 years. I know I don't look it. It's the healthy living. Thank you. Before you say anything, Hannah D, how are you? Hope you had a good day. Just bigging myself up. Anyway, so 20 years. His son, 21 years old, had a car crash on Christmas Eve and was in a coma. 4 weeks. Him and his best friend. They've now both woken up. Unbelievable. No, that's not the last of it. You know from the last few days what's been happening in. Adriana, how are you? Long time no see. It's been at least a few hours. Hope you're having a good evening. And he had where was we? So, mum's scare passed. That's been downgraded. Partner's scare passed. Been downgraded. My friend's son, who I've known since he was about 6 years old, little boy, and then I went to see him in hospital when he was. Oh, it was ridiculous. The whole story is crazy. Maybe I'll go into it in more detail another time. But anyway, he's woken up and his friend's woken up and they look like they've got a chance to full recovery. You know, thankfully. Hopefully that happens as well. And then the gym. And then my gym, who I've been there for 17 years, gone. Gone. Unbelievable. And that's January. What the hell has February got in store? I don't know. I'm thinking maybe it can only get better, right? Maybe it can only get better. Anyway, I'm hoping it's going to get better. But the reason why I talk about that is, what is Health, Wealth, Life all about? Why did I start making these videos? Why have I done every single day? Because I'm sharing insights, I'm sharing my story and what I do to overcome some difficulties or strategies that I've got that I know work to things that some obstacles that I come up to face. And maybe by sharing them, I'll help one person or help 2 or 3 or 100. The goal is really 100,000 people in this group. How do we do that? You press share. You press share right now and you share this as I'm talking, because I'm going to share some good stuff right now. All things happen for a reason, yes. Adriana, so Adriana's one of the managers, don't even know your title there, but one of the managers in the new place, the new gym. They've welcomed us, thankfully, and we seem to be settling in and getting on with everyone. Jackie, thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. If you like what I say, thumbs up and share. Sharing is caring. Let me know I'm saying the right things. So front of house. So Adriano's front of house, and they've welcomed us, and that is looking very positive. And we had another positive meeting today as well. But what Health Wealth Life is all about is sharpen your mind, define your body, and that happens over time. Now, if I just had exercise techniques, if I was just the personal trainer and I was like, okay, let's just get in the gym and pound this, I think I would have fallen ill. With all these stresses that have gone on, and they're so deep rooted, the first 3 were really life threatening. Seriously, thought we could lose 3 people out of my life in the first month of this year. So if I just had exercise techniques, great, release a little bit of tension, maybe keep me on top of my game, but I don't think I would be doing this video again today. I'd be sick, maybe adrenal fatigue, who knows, right? So some of the techniques I've shared are all about having strategies and keeping them in place so we don't lose our ground, lose our momentum. So they're all there. So you can look at them on my YouTube channel, or you can, if you're watching on Facebook, you can just scroll through my feed and see those videos, skim through them, take some notes, and take the things that resonate with you. If you haven't seen all the videos, go back and check them out. So check the videos, and just to recap. So just to recap them, like what have we gone through, and how, what would I do? What have I done to overcome some of these obstacles, the big ones that have come up in January, just January. I'm hoping that the rest of the year is going to be absolutely amazing, because we've had some terrible things happen, although they've worked out positively in the end. So may the gym one work out positively as well. So some of the things I shared, and we started off, number 1 was vision. If you find your way, you'll find your why. So if you have your way, you'll find your why. I want to set this group up, Health Wealth Life, a community of 100,000 plus people supporting each other with the same vision and same goal of being at their personal best every day of the week. And how do we do that? We stack a number of success activities and strategies throughout our day that keep us in the best possible shape. So find your way and you find your why. We need that vision, first of all. Now, the second one was leaders do what is required. So I need to get out there. The rest of the year is awesome. Yes, Babna, I agree with you. Let's do it. Let's do it. The rest of the year has to be better, right? So leaders do what is required. Some days I don't feel like doing certain things. Some days I don't feel like training, believe it or not. I really don't. But once I get it done, I'm so glad I did it. Some days I don't feel like making this video, but I don't let that stop me. I keep plowing them out, and I get so much from them. I get to have some amazing conversation with people and connecting with more and more people. So the first thing, you need to be able to lead yourself. Leaders do what is required, and you need to lead yourself. And that is through every area of your life. You need to keep your lifestyle in check, your exercise, your nutrition, and your supplementation if you're into that kind of thing. So memories behind is the next one, dreams in front. So you could say that if I keep ruminating on the negative things that have happened in January, I could get stuck there, glass half full kind of thing. So I realized that they're memories, and I need to keep the glass half empty, glass half full, glass half empty. So glass half empty behind, glass half full in front. Keep that positive outlook. So the next one is, sometimes all we have is faith it till you make it. Faith it till you make it. And these are all separate videos with trainings in each one, insights in each one, what I learned that day in each one. So go back, and if any of them resonate, check them out. And share them, give me the thumbs up. Just keep pressing share anyway. So faith it till you make it. Sometimes that's all we got. Sometimes that's all we got. When it was looking terrible in January, and I had those 3 near-death experiences going on, or life-threatening experiences going on, it's crazy, absolutely crazy. And sometimes just had to have faith that it was going to work out, and it did, thankfully. And the glass is refillable, absolutely. There's space to fill it up. There's something for good to come into it. The next one is only compare yourself to yourself. So don't get compare-itis. Remain positive about yourself. Only compare yourself to yourself from a month or 2 months or a year ago. If you compare yourself to other people, there's always people in a better position. But if you really look, there's always people in a worse position. So you'll always find yourself in the middle. but only compare yourself to yourself, because you think, wow, I've come so much further and I've got so much more strategies and I'm happier and I've got more energy and I look better, so on and so forth. And that was going to be from taking one step at a time, day in, day out. So I control the direction of my day is another one. Use activities, again, stacking those positive activities around your day, and you control how you feel about your day. And when you control how you feel about your day, you control how you interact with people. And when you interact with people in a more positive way, in an upbeat way, when you pull people up, then more positive things will happen, no doubt. People want to talk to you more and want to do business with you more and spend more time with you, all the good stuff. Fill it with good things, accept myself the way I am and build myself from what I have. Exactly, that's the way to do it. Go from where you are. The next one was, or another video in the series was restart with why. So start with your why, or if you haven't, just restart with why. Figure out what is your why. You know, I want to help as many people as possible. Like 100,000 people in this group. How do we do that? You've got to share, press share, and we get the message out to more and more people and help more people. Just give a little insight. That's all it needs to be every day. A little insight every day. And that's selfish, actually. So I want to help people. Why do I want to help people? Because I've heard people say this a lot. I want to help people, and it doesn't quite resonate a lot of the time. And I'll tell you why. Because for me, it's a selfish thing. I want to help as many people. I want to help loads of people because it's selfish. Why? Because it makes me feel good. When I help you, it makes me feel damn good. And then we can have a conversation about it. And then if I could see you sharing what we learned and what you learned out of what we went through, and you're helping someone else, that makes me feel good. It's selfish, really. You know, you could look at it from that perspective. But giving is, the secret to living is giving. Tony Robbins, amazing. Next one is choose your perception. So choose what's going on in your life, or choose how you perceive what's going on in your life. We can't always choose what goes on, but we can choose what we perceive. So you can't choose what happens to you, but you can choose how you perceive what is happening to you. So you could always see it as negative, again, glass half full, or glass half empty, or you could see it as positive, glass half full. And that's a really important little subtle tweak to make, keeping that positivity tweak to it every day, no matter what happens. Mally, hope you're well, mate. We need to catch up soon. So next one is everything is a muscle. So the more we work this positive muscle and keeping a positive outlook, the stronger it gets, the bigger it gets, the easier it is to stay on that vibe and that momentum. And if we work the negative muscle, and that may be just the way we're brought up, we don't even realize we were doing it until someone points it out, then that's strong. That muscle's strong. So that's the one. The brain and the body will always go to the path of least resistance. So if you've gone down a path once, say you're negative about something or someone, you've gone down that path once, it's easy to travel down that again. It's much harder to change it. So set a new path, go through that discomfort, and keep working that new path, the one that you're choosing, the one that's positive, the one that has going to take you to where you really want to go. On the Edge is the next is another video that I filmed so far this year, and it's all about always just choosing the right thing. So you're going to feel like, I want to eat this cake, or I'm going to go out and get smashed tonight, you know, whatever it is that's your vice, but you always might feel just on the edge. If you can just stay just this side of the line, just that side of the line, the next day you'll be so much happier for it. Stay on this side of the line, the one that you know is going to take you towards your goal. Keep your why in mind. That's what we need to do. The two ships, so this is just a little fraction, you know, the two ships set off, the ships, I hope I said ships and not with the T. The two ships set off, they're exactly identical, and if one changes direction by 1 degree, over a day you won't see it, over a month you're going to see they're slightly different positions, in a year, in 2 years, in completely different places, and that's for making one tiny shift. And go back and check that story. It's a little story I tell about two ships. Really good. Check it out. Just set your mind on the right thing. Mess before success is another one. And this is really common. So we've got to make an omelette, you've got to make a load of mess, and then it comes into this beautiful omelette that's nutritious and you feel great and gives you energy. So mess before success. There's usually 99.9% of the time a massive mess before there's any success. So if you're in a big mess when you're trying to start something right now, either a body transformation or a new business or what have you, then that's common. Just knowing that is like, okay, I can relax a little bit. This is part of the sequence. This is part of what's going to happen. I know it is, because Dan and whoever else, my business coach, my mentor, they've all said it. Mess before success. Okay, it's cool. Keep going. That shouldn't stop you. Sometimes that can stop us. This is way mess. This is all going wrong. No, It's always a mess before a success. So keep going through that. So being a leader, being able to lead yourself is about making things easier, finding easier ways to do things. Not that they are easy, but easier ways to do things that maybe in the long run get you to where you want to go quicker. And be careful who you follow. Always choose a good leader, and that can be judged over time. You just need time. Mess before success, yes, a lot, but then great results. Exactly. Keep going. So the next one is uplift your vibe. So that is your responsibility. You uplift your internal vibe, however you do that. So the rituals, I've given a 5-step ritual in one of the videos. Can't remember the name of that video. Maybe one of you remember it, tell me. But it's 5 steps, so I have a ritual, and I'll go through rituals anyway another day, so as long as you keep watching these videos, you'll catch it all, and have a ritual every day, because I do. I set my mind, I write my goals. You saw the year goal yesterday of consistency. I've written them every day for 365 years without a fail, and I've done it again today, so I'm still going, and I'll continue that for the rest of the year, and they stack up. So you need to write them out. It's shown in studies that you write your goals, it gets into your brain and into a physical space, creates them quicker, and engages you in the activity, the thoughts, and the words that bring about your goals, whatever you're trying. Les, good to see you, mate. Everybody, good workout this morning. We're all getting settled in the new place. So it's your responsibility to uplift your internal vibe. Do whatever you need to do to make that happen. I have my own rituals that I do in the morning. I write my goals, I meditate, I exercise, I breathe, I do all these good things that keep my internal vibe up. I have affirmations I run through the day as well. All good. So the next one is probability versus possibility thinking. Always try and keep your brain in a space of possibility thinking. What is possible rather than what is possible. Possibly won't work. That is probably what will happen. Probably won't work. But possibility of it happening, wow, okay, that's more positive. So stay in a positive mindset all the time. Last 2 is 30 days of pay, and this is really interesting recap to look at yourself. What would you pay yourself for the last 30 days of what you've done? So if you had to pay someone for everything you've done over the last 30 days, how much would you pay them? You know, looking at your relationships, looking at your business, looking at how you treated yourself, looking at your exercise pattern. If you paid someone to do each of them, what would you pay them? Noz, happy to have you on board, which is going to be a slogan. So what would you pay yourself? That's a really good recap on yourself. And looking at everything, the videos I filmed and what we've covered so far this year, I'd pay myself quite well. I'd pay myself quite handsomely. So look, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to get even better and better and better as we go through the year. It's promise. Practice. Good practice makes perfect. And the last one is breakfast. Did I do that one yesterday? No, that was gold. Breakfast was 2 days ago. So breakfast was... if you get that right, you back up everything that I just said. Everything that I just said, because it starts your day right. And remember, you don't have to start your breakfast. It's break fast. It's not eat a meal before 9 a.m. That's not what it is. It's break fast. So what I said is you can stretch your breakfast, your break fast to a later time, and you can use something called intermittent fasting. I'll do that on another training. But today was a recap, 2017, and gone through all the stuff that I've used and shared with you so far along the journey of 2017. We're only just hit February. But what a year. Mental. Nearly lost 3 people, nearly lost their lives, who are dear to my heart, close to me. Unbelievable. And then the gym, 17 years in a space, and it's just gone. Anyway, still coming to terms with all of that. It's been a powerful year so far. So all those videos I've filmed so far, this is 37. Go back and recap the ones that really thought, I'd like to listen to that and resonate with that. Virginia, good to see you. Hope you had an amazing day also. Go back and recap them. You can write comments in this box or any of the other videos as you watch them, even if you watch them not live, if you've watched one of the pre-recorded ones. Write some comments as we go. I'll get back to every message. I will reply. I'll take the time to do that. This is my passion, and we're going to build this together. So give me a share, give me a thumbs up, help me get this message out. That's a recap of 2017. What a year, what a month, what a year so far, but what a month January was. Woo. Anyway, onwards and upwards. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got something out of that. And if you joined late, then just recap. It's worth listening to. I've just recapped what we've gone through so far in Health, Wealth, Life, 37 days in. So have an amazing evening. We'll call it a day there. It's getting late. I've had a busy day. Been up since 5, and it's been pretty full on. So I hope you've Can't wait to read Health Wealth. Amazing. Yeah. Do it. Do it. And let's chat about it. Bab, thank you for the thumbs up. Do it, Noz. And I look forward to talking about it. Any questions, pop them in and we'll clarify. Onwards and upwards, everyone. So have an amazing evening. And always, always, always remember, happy is a skill that you can learn. And this is a better way to bring out your personal best. Let's go get some health, wealth, and let's take the world with us. Have an amazing evening. Take amazing care of yourself and everyone around you. And I'll see you all tomorrow at 6 p.m. or sometime around there. But I'll be there, guaranteed. Take care, guys.